Hello folks and welcome. Today in this video you join me once again with another Honda Civic FK8 Type R, but this one is no ordinary FK8 Type R. Oh no, this one has been played with by a company called Dream Automotive. Now these guys specialise in Hondas. They do all sorts, but they're mainly concentrating on the FK8 Type R, and they've invited me to have a little drive in it. So let me talk to you through some of the stats. So under the bonnet we have the familiar 2-litre turbocharged engine, and it's basically completely different to the standard car. So it's got forged pistons, forged rods, it's got hybrid turbo, it's got an Venturi air intake, but it's also got different other bits as well too. In total it makes 400 wheel horsepower, and it goes through the front wheel. Now it's still got the same clever diff that you find on the standard Type R, and Dream has left it alone because it's actually really good. Yeah, it's got some Pirelli P0 Trofeo R tyres, and it's also running forged wheels as well too, and it's also got a Tarex brake upgrade kit as well too. So obviously from this side angle it looks pretty standard. Obviously you've got a little window sticker and a few other bits, but if you come around this side as you can see, it's got a different wrap from it. It's basically a time attack car, and you can tell if I just open, virtually everything has been ripped out. You've got a roll cage with meth injection, as you can see there's a little box over there in the back. Come around this side, you've got 4-point harness, you've got the standard seat there as well too. Do like a 4-point harness seat, but obviously you need that because it's a time attack car. It's pretty basic, well not basic, normal Type R inside. Gear knob's been changed as well too from the standard aluminium one. Nerd facts you'll find is Honda, for their PR stunts, where the plaque says the little code number, you could add someone's name in it. So if your name's Gary Jones, you could have Gary Jones. And what Dream has done is they've added the Dream Automotive tag right there. A few aesthetic bits with the car. Carbon bonnet, that also helps the car being a little bit lighter, but it also drops 10 degrees down to help cooling for that massive turbo as well too. And the grille has also changed for aid better cooling. The main reason I'm driving this today is I have a gripe with overpowered front wheel drive cars. I find them to torque steer quite a bit too much, and you end up trying to manage the horsepower and you don't seem to go anywhere. In fact, there's so many cars out there that run 400, 500, 600 horsepower who people love to brag about and say, look, my car's seriously fast, but if it's going through the front wheels, well, it's a bit of a waste of time. However, Dream says otherwise, because it's got a clever ECU inside that can basically manage the front wheels, and you've got different mappings as well too. And they reckon with these Trofeo Rs in basically December winter time, this car should stick and it should go down the road pretty fast. So there's only one way to find out, and that's for me to go for a drive. That one goes in there. Talk amongst yourselves.
2,000 years later.
Right, you might have bad audio quality again, but hey ho, I do apologise for that. So it's quite loud in here, and obviously the exhaust is pretty much straight through, but you've got the valve as well too. It's permanently fixed on for the minute, and yeah, so it's got a clever ECU system with basically 5 different mappings. The first mapping is basically 200 horsepower mode, and that's basically for poodling around town. The second one is sort of the mid in between, and then you've got a few track mode settings. The one I'm in at the minute is the really hardcore one basically. It's the full fat 400 horsepower, and if I shut up and drop down a few gears, okay, it sounds pretty aggressive. The standard Honda Civic Type R, you do have the driving modes, which you can switch from comfort to sport to then the R track mode settings. With this you do have the mapping settings, and this one does work, but because obviously we've got the coilover suspension, which is obviously fully adjustable, you don't get the adaptive dampers obviously, so obviously it has to be manually adjusted. But what I can do is play about with the steering weight settings. Now, one of my complaints with the previous or the stock Civic Type R is you can't play about with the settings for your adjustment. So, you know, for example, if you want the really fast powertrain modes, you can't really go for that unless you want the really hardcore steering settings and the really hardcore suspension settings. So it's all rather a bit too stiff. But with this, I can have the steering put into comfort, which is really nice indeed. With this ECU, you can basically judge from what the traction control is doing. And you know, if I drop down a gear, the road's pretty greasy, so if I drop down to second and plant it, can you hear that cut? That cut is basically the traction control trying to manage the wheel spin, but it's not doing it too aggressive to the point where you're losing speed. It's doing it to work with you, almost a bit like what Ferrari does with their clever traction control settings. So it's a really cool system. So anyone like an ape, i.e. me, can basically plant my foot down and yeah, go crazily fast. Obviously this is a time attack car, so it is, shall I say, a little bit extreme for the public road in my opinion. It is just quite a bit out there. However, it is a good fun. It is really, really good fun. Dream Automotive can obviously do this to a standard Civic Type R. It doesn't have to be this extreme. But with this ECU tuning, it's very clever, because back 10 years ago, you could never ever run a car with 400 horsepower and for it to be this reliable or even this capable of putting the power down. Okay, there are a few little drawbacks. It does cut in ever so soon, so sometimes when you're mid-corner and you really want to get onto the power, you just can't. These HKS coilover setup, they're not too bad, to be honest. I think it's mainly because of the thick sidewall tyres that you get from these Trofeo Rs, which by the way is a little bit extreme for the public road. They do need some temperature to warm them up, even when you're driving them at moderate speed. What I do like is you bomb down a B road and you can basically flat shift like that. But it is cool. It's more the drama that I love about it. I just don't know what it is. It's the fact that I'm sitting in something with a 4-point harness. It gives you that feeling of being a hero almost. Let's calm it down. Let's quickly summarise this and get out of the car. You might be able to hear me a little bit better. There you have it then, a 400 wheel horsepower Honda Civic Type R Dream Automotive tune. Obviously this one is extreme and aggressive, and if you don't want it to be like that and you want your FK8 Civic Type R to have a bit more poke but with obviously the comfort, Dream Automotive can do that. Apologies that it's a short and sweet video, and apologies for the audio, but hopefully that gives you a short insight into what this car is actually like. Maybe next time we can go on a proper track. Check out Dream Automotive via the links down below. Until next time folks, see you later.